Hey everybody, this is Phil Leartz back with you with Send It Hunting and Outdoors. I am very excited to be bringing you a new series of videos that I'm going to be doing a gear review over all of my gear that I find important to bring out with me to the woods for whether it's whitetail hunting, turkey hunting, coyote hunting, everything. And just the reasons as to why I have that gear, why I feel it fits me really well, and what I think might be important to other people that might want this gear as well. I've had a lot of people ask me different reasons for why I have different gear that I do, and so I figured it'd be great to put a video out like that, be able to tell you all why I have the stuff that I do and why it might be applicable to what you need and what your uses are. So I'm going to start it off with my most crucial piece of gear that I have, and that is my bow, of course. Me being an archery hunter mainly, I use this thing all year round. I love practicing with it, and I'm starting to get into shooting a little bit more, and I'll get into that more here in a second. So what I have been shooting, I have been shooting for a little less than a year now, the Mathews VXR 31.5 inch. I had just gotten rid of my triax here before last deer season, and I have been absolutely loving this thing. Of course, the 31.5 inch is going to be the axle to axle on this VXR. A little bit longer than my triax was, and I'll get to the reason as to why I'm doing that here more in a second. But just to go through a couple of the specs on this, brace height on it is 6 inches. My draw length is 29 inches. The IBO rating, so the speed rating on this bow, the max that you could get it at is 343 feet per second. With my draw length, with the arrows that I'm shooting, I can go about probably 315 to 320 feet per second. And then one big thing that I always hear people ask is, you know, how heavy is the bow? Do you like how heavy it is? This bow, the Mathews VXR 31.5, this one is about 4.66 pounds bare bow. I love the weight of this bow. It is perfect for what I need. I like to have a little bit heavier of a bow, especially here in Kansas. Even though I am in eastern Kansas, we still get a good amount of wind here. We still get those gusty days, and this heavier bow definitely helps to keep my stability. If I ever have an aim on something and there's a good amount of wind, I'm able to sit there and not have to worry about this thing really wobbling around. I have noticed that with some lighter bows in the past, and I really like the weight of this bow and how that it helps with wind, as well as just sitting in my hand, keeping this thing vibration free. That was one of the biggest reasons as to why I started shooting Mathews whenever I first went to the triax and then kept going with the VXR, is the vibration on these bows is absolutely nothing. I love how it just sits in your hand whenever you don't have to worry about anything, as far as it being off one way or another. And I mean I have 2 stabilizers on here. If I were to reduce the weight down on my front one and just take that off this side one, I would still love the way it sits in my hand. I just like having both of these stabilizers to be able to give me even a little bit more extra stability. Couple of the things as to why I went from the triax to the VXR. The big reason is that I had actually gotten, I've started getting into 3D archery a little bit more. I want to start shooting 3D a little bit more, and this 31.5 inch gives me the ability to be able to do that. The 31.5 inch is going to give me, since I'm a 6'2", just a little bit taller of a guy with a 29 inch draw, that bow is not going to move on me as much. It's going to sit in my hand a little bit better, and it's going to give me better stability for that 3D archery, as well as I can still take this out to the tree stand. I can still take it on an elk hunt if I decide to do it one of these days, if I get a chance to do it one of these days. I can still take it out mule deer hunting, pronghorn hunting, whatever I want to do, and this thing's going to work perfect time after time. But yet, like I said, I can still take it, go 3D archery hunting, and it's going to work perfect for me. The disadvantage of it is that I do have some ground blinds that this is pretty tight in. My top cam, I definitely have to watch it whenever I'm in the ground blind, so that it actually, so I don't hit it whenever I'm shooting. But I think that it's still a bonus in the end. I think that that everything outweighs the negatives of it. This extended bridge riser is also a big reason as to why I decided to go with the VXR from the Tri-X. This riser is just a little bit lighter than that Tri-X was, but it's more stable. They cut just a little bit of weight, but it's even more stable than what the Tri-X was. After it went from the Tri-X to the Vertix and then to the VXR, now they have the V3 out. There's even some more changes in the riser. I've shot that bow. It's an amazing shooting bow. I just love this VXR enough. I don't see enough for me to be able to upgrade right at this very moment. Not to say that I won't, but I love this VXR and the way that it shoots. The SCS system is another reason why I was really excited to upgrade to this bow. Unfortunately, I don't have it on there yet, but this SCS system, Mathews calls it the SCS, it's a silent connect system is what that stands for. Goes right into the limb pockets on both the top and bottom. It's going to, it's just 2 bolts on each one, bolts in, and then it just connects up with you can have a rope that connects up onto both. I can have a bow sling so I can walk completely hands-free to and from my stand for whitetail hunting. I can hook it up and be able to pull up with a rope on it up into my tree stand. I don't have to worry about any carabiners. I don't have to worry about any clanking. I don't have to worry about wearing down my limbs and my riser with anything over time or having to tie any knots. It just simply connects on and go. It works absolutely awesome. I am going to be getting that on here this year because I am planning on going out west to western Kansas and doing a pronghorn or a mule deer hunt, and that is going to be extremely beneficial for me to be able to carry this in and out whenever I am trying to put a stock on something. So Casey Vitruba has been absolutely awesome trying to help me, or helping me set this up. He's been able to give me pointers on what I need to do to be able to get me a little bit better stability on this whenever I'm having issues, being able to help me get sighted in, helping with my form. I'm hoping to get into a video of that here down the road as well, going over my form and how I've been working on getting it fixed in certain ways, and hopefully it'll help out all of you at the same time. So I'm excited to be doing this series. Like I said, doing the bow right now. I'll be getting into all my accessories on this bow here in another video. But turkey season is coming up right around the corner, and I am excited to be able to go out with this bow. April 5th is opening day for archery here in Kansas for turkeys, and excited to take this thing out and give it a shot. Make sure, everybody, that you go over and like and follow Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and follow me all along as I go on throughout turkey season and start preparing for whitetail as we go along here too. I am planning on going up and doing a turkey hunt in a separate state this year, as long as everything pans out. I hope it does. So make sure you follow along with that as well. And just wanted to say good luck to everybody out in the woods. It's going to be a fun spring. I know everything kind of got derailed last spring with COVID while it was hitting, and so I hope everybody is able to get out into the woods, go turkey hunting this year, start getting ready for whitetail season as this summer comes around, and just go have fun. So good luck, everybody.